There's a topic I want to talk about that don't hear spoken about much, and that's the topic of death. It sounds really sad. We don't hear much about it, and it's almost like it doesn't happen. And that's precisely the reason why we can't embrace the present moment, because we think that our problems are here to last for a lifetime, and this is the way things will always be. But by embracing the fact that we're going to die and that everything is impermanent, we surrender to the fact that one day we will also not be here. And it's a very liberating feeling to know that your problems are not your life, and your life situation, all these things and all these problems that you're facing, is not life, because you are not your problems. And if you can make the distinction between your problems and your life, then you'd get some clarity as far as what matters and what doesn't. So talking about death is something that is almost taboo in Western societies. But if you visit places like in Africa, you see a lot of death, and the amount of death and violence that I've been exposed to has actually been very good for me. And it has not been easy for me, but it's actually helped me to be able to realize what is important and to embrace life for what it is, because it's so short, because it's so fleeting in nature. It's not going to be here forever. And that gives you a great sense of awareness. And some of the great Sufis and Stoics used to actually, there's a famous story of one of the Sufis that actually used to go visit a grave and go inside the grave and say, well, one day I'm going to be here. It sounds really graphic and extreme, but that is a wise way of realizing that life is not going to last forever. So if you had 1 month to live, what would you be doing right now? Would you be consumed in your life problems, or would you be taking a very different view on life? And it's not a reason to be sad and to be upset. It's a reason to celebrate. The fact that you're aware of this is a great freedom. The great Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi said that death was a marriage. It was him returning to his beloved. And so it's not the end of the road. And if you take a view that life is beyond this particular mortal life, then death becomes one of those things where we go into where we came from. But otherwise it becomes a source of great anxiety and a great panic. But think about it. Just less than 200 years ago, 1 billion people have left the planet. Where have they gone? Where are they now? Can you show me where they are? And you're going to be one of them as well. But for now, you're here, you're alive. Make the best of it and embrace the present moment. Jalaluddin Rumi says so beautifully in one of his poems, he says that, I have known that every man shall taste death, but very few shall taste life. So, are you afraid of living life because you're afraid of death? Or do you realize that you accept that death is going to happen, but you're alive now? You have the gift of life. Why not embrace this gift of life and celebrate this moment fully and with utter joy and presence with those around you that you truly love? So live now, live for today,